Right now at 5, an arrest has been made in the shooting of a teenager on Madison's east side. We're live from the scene with what we know. Vice presidential candidate and now presumptive presidential nominee Kamala Harris campaigning in Milwaukee today, and the city of Madison has begun adding air quality monitors throughout the city. We'll share how it can help improve health. You're watching News 3 Now at 5. Thanks for staying with us at 5, everyone. We begin tonight with breaking news. Madison police have arrested a 21-year-old man in connection to a shooting at the Harmony Apartments that killed 15-year-old Kaisha Miller last October. Our Armand Rahman joins us live from Harmony Apartments as this is the first arrest made in this case. Armand?
That's right, Susan. On that night last October, police say multiple people get out of a car and riddled the walls of the Harmony Apartments here with bullets. So they say there could be more arrests coming in this case. But let's start with the first. Police say 21-year-old Donovan Douglas of Madison was arrested Sunday by the Dane County Sheriff's Office on drug and gun charges. Now he's facing those and homicide and attempted homicide. That all stemming from that October 2023 shooting. Surveillance video showed 5 people getting out of an SUV at the Harmony Apartments and shooting about 50 rounds. 15-year-old Kaisha Miller was hit and died, and 3 other teens were hurt. The second shooting here in just months, it kicked off a citywide discussion on violence and youth resources on the east side and at this apartment complex. The Madison Police Chief Sean Barnes called that incident, quote, a cowardly act of violence. Police are expected to release more information in a press conference tomorrow. For now, reporting live on the east side of Madison, Armand Rahman, News 3 Now.
Armand, thank you. Next tonight, Vice President Kamala Harris holding the first rally of her new presidential bid in Milwaukee today. We have team coverage of Vice President Harris's visit today. That's where we find News 3 Now's Eric Franke and political reporter Will Keneally to break down the speech and share reaction from those in attendance. Eric?
Susan, you were there with us last week on Thursday in Milwaukee, the Republican National Convention, a well put on event. They were a unified party. Everything seemed to be going perfectly as planned for them. The president, the Democrats reeling. He had been diagnosed with COVID that day, and really the future was unclear at that point. Fast forward to Sunday, he drops out of the race. Millions pour in. Kamala Harris emerges as the front runner. And just that quick, she's here with an absolutely energized crowd in Milwaukee at West Allis Central High School, to be specific, the same city where that Republican convention was just a few days ago. So how quickly things can change, and we bring in our political reporter, Will Keneally, with more.
How quickly indeed, and where better than Wisconsin here. This is where Kamala Harris will introduce herself to Wisconsin voters and American voters across the country. We saw her try and line up what a Trump versus Harris matchup might look like, talking about her prosecutorial record. Now we'll play a clip for you here of her describing some of the people that she's gone after.
Predators who abused women, fraudsters who ripped off consumers, cheaters who broke the rules for their own gain. So hear me when I say, I know Donald Trump's type.
Now again, this is imagining what we will think that she will do to kind of distinguish herself between Trump as the campaign moves on, possibly what we might hear from a Trump versus Harris debate as this campaign moves forward.
105 days left. It is just about to get interesting. The game is on. Will, thank you. Now, this crowd that was here was a very friendly crowd. Invitees, Democratic supporters, delegates to the Democratic National Convention, many of them on hand here today. The convention, of course, next month, August 19th through the 22nd in Chicago. But this newfound energy that seems to have joined the Democrats awake in just the last 48 hours since the president's decision to withdraw from the race, it is undeniable. Last week, as we mentioned, Republicans ruled this city. The vice president's speech here today certainly grabbed away some of that Wisconsin momentum.
That was succinct. It was to the point. It made the case against Trump. They've got to be shaking in their boots because she knows how to bring out what his record is and go after it.
She certainly has the attention of the Trump campaign. Now, the Democrats say they had to actually move this event to a bigger venue because of the strong response they got yesterday, more than 3,000 RSVPs. Now, hours before the vice president arrived here in Battleground, Wisconsin, her supporters made history. As we mentioned, more than $80 million raised in just 23 or 24 hours after the president decided to withdraw from the race. One of the supporters is a Madison resident and also the vice president's sorority sister, Gloria Ladson Billings, and 44,000 additional black women were on a call hosted by We Win with Black Women. The urgent call was scheduled just hours after the president endorsed Vice President Harris.
I think it was a safe call, that people could say what was on their mind. They did not have to worry about being quoted somewhere. They really asked people to use discretion. So you had lots of people who may have affiliations for which they can't be partisan in any way.
Ladson Billing and Vice President Harris are both members of the Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority. Incorporated is the oldest black Greek lettered sorority in the United States. Meanwhile, Republican Eric Hovde, of course, he's in the race against incumbent Senator Tammy Baldwin. He reacted to the vice president's speech here in the Badger State today, saying in part, quote, Vice President Harris and Senator Baldwin are both failed politicians who are completely out of touch with Wisconsin families. They've done nothing to repair the damage done by the Harris-Baldwin agenda that sparked record high inflation, allowed thousands of illegal immigrants to flood into the country and caused a surge in violent crime. It is time for a change, and it starts right here in Wisconsin, end quote. Again, those are the words of Senate candidate Eric Hovde. And this already, as we have mentioned, is the vice president's 5th visit to the state this year, but her first as a candidate for the White House. And expect more of them between now and Election Day on November 5th. Susan?
Eric, thank you, and thanks to Will Keneally as well. We know, of course, Wisconsin is a key swing state in this year's election, but within it, we're taking a closer look at a swing county nearby. Our Maddie Heimsch went to Sauk County today, and she's here now with more on this purple district. Maddie?
That's right, Susan. In the past 4 presidential elections, Sauk County voted for the eventual winning candidate, for Obama in 2008 and 2012, then for Trump in 2016, and most recently for Biden in 2020. And Wisconsin as a state has that same record. Some say there's a connection. Jerry Helmer, chairman of the Republican Party of Sauk County, calls Sauk a bellwether, often indicating where the state as a whole will fall in an election. He says this year, that trend will be more telling than ever.
And it tends the way Sauk County goes, so goes the state, and typically so goes the country. But there are a lot of people that don't vote, that don't care, they don't pay attention. And what has happened with all of the events lately, we're going to see these people voting.
So how did Sauk County turn purple in the first place? The rural community's proximity to Dane County here brings longtime Republicans and loyal Democrats together in one municipality. Coming up on News 3 Now at 6, we'll have more from both the Republican and Democratic parties of Sauk County on what this year's election will bring.
We will see you at 6, Maddie. Thank you. To weather now, some rain chances tonight. Let's get a look at the first warn forecast. Kelly Slifka is out on the weather patio. Nice afternoon, Kelly.
Yeah, not too bad this afternoon. I actually did have a couple of sprinkles fall on my head just a couple minutes ago, but we're not seeing a whole lot here in the Madison area. Most of this is down to the south. In parts of Grant County, seeing some of those showers near Platteville, at least south of Platteville. Really not even picking up the sprinkles that I've been feeling out here in Madison, but most of that in Illinois. Now, we have seen a couple of showers developing up in Green Lake and Marquette County, even in Adams and Juneau County. I think that's going to be our opportunity over the next couple of hours of seeing some of these showers and even embedded thunderstorms pop up as we go through the evening hours. So you can see on our future track as we go through about 7, 8, 9 o'clock, some of these showers developing toward Camp Douglas, Wisconsin Dells. We'll have to see if this actually pans out. We had all that rain that moved through Madison this morning that maybe stabilized our atmosphere a little bit. But we will see some scattered showers, maybe an isolated thunderstorm through the evening hours. Should be coming to an end after midnight. Finally, some dry weather after getting pounded with some heavy rains this morning. I'll show you that coming up in about 15 minutes. It will be heating up by Sunday, but we got a couple of nice days headed away already starting tomorrow. 78 right now in Madison, Middleton at 77, and 78 down to the south. So we're calling for temperatures to slowly drop through the 70s. Noticing the wind will switch around the north. That's behind a cold front that will bring us cooler and drier weather starting tomorrow. We'll have all those details and talk more about how much rain we got this morning coming up.
All right, Kelly, thank you. Well, Madison is putting up monitors to track air quality throughout the city. The city of Madison put up the second monitor today. Ellie La Liberté joins us in the studio with the impacts of air quality. Ellie?
Susan, this map is from the Wisconsin Department of Natural Resources, and it measures air quality throughout the state. Now, this yellow color down here is the moderate levels in Dane County. And although this gives us some idea of the air quality, the city of Madison is trying to take that data a step further.
So the first one at the top is our solar panel. So that is how we are running this sensor.
You may see more of these around town. The city of Madison is adding 65 air quality monitors throughout the city, which will measure particles like dust and dirt in the air.
Your particulate matter, which is a specific type of air pollution that can cause significant long-term and short-term health impacts.
Gabriel Saiz is the city's sustainability coordinator.
When there's an event like the Canadian wildfires that happened last year, that will put us out of attainment, and people don't really know what to do when that happens.
He says these monitors will help residents understand what's in their air and, in turn, what that means for their health.
The short-term symptoms include things like shortness of breath or coughing, throat irritation, things like that. Chronic impacts could be things like asthma, respiratory illnesses.
Subit Thakali is a PhD student at UW-Madison, enjoyed the program for the monitors last year.
I feel like the BIPOC community are the ones who are suffering most from air pollution.
She says the outreach is important.
So it's a nice sense of belonging for them to have the opportunity to say something about a community matter.
One goal of the project is to showcase the sensors in an online map platform.
The data that we're going to be showing the community is PM2.5 because that's the one that's more regulated.
To help the community understand and monitor the air quality themselves. Now, Madison historically does have good air quality. Last year, the city had 27 bad air quality days, and that was due to the Canadian wildfires. But this year, the city has had 0. That's according to the public health of Madison and Dane County.
Very interesting, Ellie. Thank you. Madison got more than $400,000 from the EPA back in 2022 for this program and hopes to have all of the monitors up by the end of the year. Still ahead at 5, meteorologist Kelly Slifka is back with a more in-depth look at your forecast. And Madison College is set to receive a large grant to help further the biotech industry in Wisconsin. We'll have that story just ahead. And a check on Wall Street on this Tuesday after a strong day yesterday, all trading in the red. The Dow fell 57 points, the Nasdaq was off 10, and the S&P 500 lost 8. We'll be right back.
Look, here's a phone company who wants us to use our phones less.
That's ironic.
Yeah, but in a good way.
Let's find us again with Us Mode. U.S. Cellular, built for us.
It's a free ride.
But I already paid.
They don't clock out at 5 or care if it's the weekend. That means we keep working too.
So when Eric Hovde says that farmers don't work hard, that pisses me off.
Think of farming. Look at the old physical toil that it would take on your body. Now you're largely driving around a tractor.
A California banker criticizing Wisconsin farmers for not working hard? We know what that is.
Eric Hovde, what the hell's wrong with this guy?
I'm Tammy Baldwin, and I approve this message.
You may come from a plug family, and I come from a no-plug family, but one day, our great families will come together in marriage.
There's an electrified vehicle for everyone to fall in love with. Get offers on select models at the Lexus Golden Opportunity sales event.
Get special offers on select Lexus ES models.
Get an 11% rebate on everything at Menards. Check out our selection of Dakota vanities. They feature generous interior storage and come in a variety of styles. Get this sliding barn door vanity for $168.99 after rebate. Put the finishing touches on your bathroom with a faucet from Moen. Get this mica spot-resistant brush nickel faucet for $59.98 after 11% rebate at Menards. America's #1 home improvement retailer for customer satisfaction.
Save big money at Menards.
Like a bowl of cherries, life in Attic Angel is healthy and sweet. Our independent and assisted living lifestyles include newly renovated apartments, engaging social activities, and wellness support that is tailored to you. As time marches on, we promote the idea that life can always be a bowl of cherries. Attic Angel Community, the house that angels built.
Our phones were made to help us connect. And somehow they've made us less connected, which is ironic. Don't you think? Oh, I love this song so much. Let's find us again with Us Mode. U.S. Cellular, built for us.
Coming up on News 3 Now, check out what it's like to be a swing county in a pivotal swing state. We uncover why Sauk County is drawing political focus and the role it could play in Wisconsin's upcoming election tonight at 6.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is taking you beyond the barometer. Email your weather-related questions to firstwarn@wisctv.com, and our team of meteorologists will give you the answers on News 3 Now, live at 4. You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
Madison College is set to receive over $300,000 in grants to further the biohealth tech industry in Wisconsin. Our Jalen Banks caught up with the head director of the project and joins us with more. Jalen?
Susan, President Biden announced Wisconsin was one of 31 regions picked for tech hubs, and Madison College is one of 15 members throughout the state selected to help in that effort. And in the future, this can have a huge impact for southern Wisconsin. Over the next 5 years, Madison College will receive $350,000 in grant funding to serve as a biohealth tech hub. This is a part of the CHIPS and Science Act passed in 2023.
Madison College has been in biotech for a long time. It's grant funding to leverage those relationships we already have, right? And to really scale what we're doing at a bigger scale to support a growing industry.
Biohealth covers a wide range of needs, from treatment technologies such as imaging and MRIs, to research and development of those technologies, as well as training to be a part of those industries. And biohealth is an industry that may not be slowing down anytime soon.
I think, of course, the growth in the biohealth sector is ever going to stop. It's never going to be complete, right? So while the grant funding will be spent over a 5-year time frame, and it'll certainly accelerate the growth in the industry over that 5-year time frame, we're thinking about the impact over the long term.
And long-term projections say this will bring an influx of jobs to southern Wisconsin.
They project within the next decade, so over the next 10 years, again, a little bit beyond that 5-year grant period, 30,000 quality jobs will be created directly in the biohealth sector, and then up to another 100,000 jobs in like indirect and adjacent industries.
Thomas also says they expect to have staff hired and the hub running at the college this fall.
Jalen, thank you. Some possible storm chances tonight. Let's get a look at your forecast with meteorologist Kelly Slifka. Kelly?
Yeah, what else is new? It seems like we've got this target on our back here in Madison. We got all that rain this morning, really heavy downpours, maybe woke you up a little bit early this morning. But after those showers dissipated this morning, we kind of stabilized the atmosphere. As we look at our radar 3000 right now, you can see that most of the area is pretty quiet. We do have some light rain there in southern Grant County. Actually had a sprinkle here on the patio about 10 minutes ago, and you can see some of these light showers, very light showers between Cottage Grove and Stoughton, over there toward Rockdale, headed toward Fort Atkinson. Not real heavy rain, just kind of pesky showers for us. Now up to the north in Green Lake and Marquette County, are seeing some showers, and I think that'll be our opportunity over the next few hours of seeing some rain. And as mentioned, that bullseye went right through Madison and went from Sauk County right through Madison, then down to the south and east into parts of Rock County. And you can see we saw about 1 to 2 inches of rain, and it seems like every time we get these big rains, they're about a month's worth of rain, and that's what we saw this morning. We saw this on Sunday. Very narrow band of some really heavy rain. Looking at the 1 to 2 inches of rain that hit right through the center of Madison. All right, we've got a cold front that's going to be sliding through very slowly as we go over the next several hours. So that's what will fire up some of these showers and storms. Behind it, though, we're finally going to get into an extended dry period. And you can see temperatures up in northern Wisconsin only in the 60s in Rhinelander. Up in the UP of Michigan, temperatures are in the low 60s as well, while we're in the upper 70s. And we'll expect temperatures to drop off fairly quickly. Once that cold front arrives a little bit later on this evening, we'll drop through the 60s, low 60s at that. Our chance of rain will start to diminish once that cold front does go through, say after 10 o'clock or so, those chances of rain will diminish. So scattered showers and storms mainly into the evening hours. And then we've got an extended dry period. It looks like most of the weekend should be dry as well. Can't rule out a few showers later in the day on Sunday. And then it will be heating up as well as we start to transition from a couple of cooler days headed our way the next couple of days to that heat returning this weekend. So our future track showing some of these showers. You notice as we get toward about 8, 9 o'clock, especially areas to the north of Madison, up toward the Dells, then eventually swinging through Madison. Remains to be seen whether or not they'll hold together and whether or not they'll actually develop, but that's our chance for tonight. After that, it looks like it'll be fairly quiet, but you notice temperatures are quite a bit cooler tomorrow as we get back into sunshine, only in the mid to upper 70s across southern Wisconsin. That's with that northerly wind behind that cold front. It's not going to last that long, though. We've got a couple of cooler days headed away, but as we look into the first couple of days of August, you can see that heat expanding across much of the country. Only cool weather across South Texas, where they're expecting some rain. And looking at some showers, mainly in the Ohio Valley, everything kind of shifting out in the east, while a drier weather pattern setting up out west. 78 in Madison, 81 yet in Janesville, a little bit cooler up to the north. 70 right now in Wautoma. Across Dane County, it's 81 in Stoughton and 80 currently in Oregon. Our first warm forecast tomorrow, we should be up to about 77, 80 on Thursday, 82 Friday, and then we get in that heat and more humidity. Can't rule out a storm on Sunday. Better chances as we go into early next week with that heat and humidity holding fast. All right, our first morning traffic as we go through the evening hours. We have some slowdowns on the east and westbound lanes of the Beltline. Right now, it actually doesn't look too bad. They actually picked up a little bit, but a little bit of slowdown on eastbound Beltline as you head toward John Nolan Drive.
All right, Kelly, thank you. Well, when you think of fit cities, does Madison come to mind? When we come back, we'll share where the capital city ranks nationally.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
My parents were both teachers, so I know it's high time we give teachers a raise. I'm Katrina Shankland, and I know we need to fairly fund our public schools and stop over-relying on property taxes. I approve this message because we need to get this done in Congress.
Drive into summer with a new Honda. Heading out for a day at the beach or a weekend in the mountains. Make an impression with the unmistakable style of the HR-V or turn heads in the sporty Civic. And when you drive a Honda, you're driving with the 2024 Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com Best Value brand. So act now to get an offer you'll love. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or hurry into the Honda Summer Event.
Dad, are you certain this is gonna work?
Nothing to it.
Are you for imprint certain?
Certainty matters, like the certainty of 4imprint, your home for high-quality promotional gear, including exclusive items and brands they love. Printed perfectly and guaranteed to arrive on time. To wow your clients, nail your next event, or inspire your team, check out 4imprint.com. 4imprint, for certain.
We often get asked,
Is it really free to hire Gruber Law Offices after an accident?
the answer is very simple, yes. We don't get paid until we win your case. It costs you nothing up front to hire Gruber Law Offices. The call, the consultation, all free. You pay nothing until we win your case. It's just that simple. Call us today, Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Watch this. It's all 100% real. Witness what happens to this woman's bags under her eyes in an actual time lapse in just minutes. Nothing has been doctored or tampered with. The very real problem will disappear before your eyes and hers with a revolutionary topical formulation that works in just minutes, and the effects will last for hours and hours. Over 1 million people are using this topical technique to visually reduce puffiness and bags. It works on sagging jowls, even fine lines and wrinkles on the face and forehead. Introducing Plexiderm. In just minutes, you can restore and beautify your face, even look years younger. And the look will last all day or all evening.
Oh my gosh. Wow. I'm just in love with the mirror right now.
Jump on board and say yes to this amazing $14.95 Prove It Plexiderm trial. You'll see why our customers describe Plexiderm with 3 words. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Order right now. We'll pay your shipping. Operators are standing by.
Would you hire a barber who's never cut hair before? So why send someone to Congress who's never held public office and never passed a single bill? I'm Katrina Shankland. I approve this message because we need an experienced congresswoman. Right, Jed?
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
Well, here's a question. How fit would you think Madison is? In the new 17th Annual American Fitness Index released today, Madison is getting national recognition. Wisconsin's capital city ranks at number 5 out of the top 10. The rankings published by the American College of Sports Medicine are based on 33 indicators, including exercise and the hours of sleep in a night. Arlington, Virginia was at the top of the list, followed by Washington, D.C. and Seattle, Washington. Next tonight, all eyes are on Lucas Oil Stadium this week in Indianapolis as the Big Ten Conference is holding its preseason media days. It's a transformative period for the conference with 4 new teams in the Big Ten, discussing the upcoming season and all the change it brings. Today at noon, Wisconsin football coach Luke Fickell, along with Jake Chaney, Jack Nelson, and Hunter Wohler, all took to the podium answering questions from reporters. Among the things released today included the Big Ten preseason honors, where the Badgers did not have a first-team honoree. Tonight at 6 and 10, our Andrew Banstra will have much more from Big Ten Media Days today. Very exciting. And in Paris, rapper Snoop Dogg is gearing up for his Summer Olympics debut as torchbearer. The American favorite will carry the Olympic flame to its final stop in the town of Saint-Denis before reaching the Eiffel Tower. Snoop Dogg is also slated to report on the Olympics. On the social media platform X, the rapper posted a picture of himself with the caption, quote, "You ready?" The opening ceremony of the Olympic Games is set for Friday. And we're back with a final check of your forecast after a short break.
Bigger isn't always better. Stoughton Health offers in-house MRI in a safe, inviting environment with convenient scheduling, friendly staff, and easy parking. Experience why patients are proud to say, "This is my hospital."
Chevy lets you begin every day fully charged, so you can go farther. And so can your money. Tow with confidence. Plus, stay connected with available OnStar technology. For summer adventures, Chevy's got you. Get 1.9% financing on this 2024 Silverado when you finance with GM Financial. Or get $5,750 total value when you trade in an eligible vehicle. Chevrolet, the #1 selling brand in Wisconsin.
Hanson's windows, roofing, siding, gutters, bathtubs, and showers are guaranteed. Get 50% off installation or enjoy no interest and no payments for 1 year.
Call 1-800-Hansons. Get it done.
It's Empire Today's half price sale. Half price on carpet, hardwood, vinyl, and laminate. Plus half price on quality professional installation. Schedule now.
800-588-2300 Empire.
Today.
I'm so happy I just put this dress on that I haven't worn in over 10 years.
This summer, feel confident from head to toe with Sono Bello permanent fat removal and get summer body ready in just 1 visit.
I saw the results immediately. It's the best I have felt since I was in my 20s.
My waist is tiny. I'm very, very happy.
I'm nearly 50, y'all, and my abs haven't been this flat since before I had kids.
For a limited time, take advantage of Sono Bello's biggest sale of the year. Sono Bello's board-certified surgeons use micro-laser technology to safely target and remove your diet-resistant fat cells for good on your stomach, hips and thighs, back, and so much more.
It will change your life. It did for me.
I can't wait till the summertime hit. Hot Mom Summer, here I come.
Call 1-800-905-6520 now or go to sonobello.com to claim special pricing.
Hi, I'm Fiona Rataj with the League of Women Voters of Dane County. Here are 3 things to know. Make sure you are registered to vote at your current address. You can check or register at myvote.wi.gov. If you do not have a Wisconsin driver's license or state ID, you can register to vote with your municipal clerk by completing the registration form on MyVote. Absentee ballots must be requested.
3 things to know, part of News 3 Now's 3 Cares Community Impact.
No more waiting to see a general surgeon. Stoughton Health can see you within a week. We accept over 160 insurances, including Dean Health Plan and Quartz. Ask for Dr. Aaron Schwab, board-certified general surgeon. Learn more at stoughtonhealth.com.
I'm Meryl Hubbard, and coming up tonight at 6, we hear from all 4 of the Dane County executive candidates before the upcoming August primary.
I'm Maddie Heimsch. Coming up at 6, how one Wisconsin county's vote predicts the rest of the state and why their margin this election season is razor thin.
Thank you, ladies. And finally tonight, boy, there's all kinds of little showers out there tonight.
Yeah, you know, our computer model might be overdoing this. I'm going to show this to you anyway, but I think our opportunity for some showers will come in from the north as the cold front arrives. This will be between 8 and 9 o'clock. Maybe a rumble of thunder. A lot of that should start to wind down as we go through the evening hours. Then we're in store for some dry weather with 80s in the forecast and the upper 80s at that by Sunday.
Oh, very nice. All right, thank you, Kelly. Enjoy your evening, everybody. Hope to see you back here for News 3 at 6.